As the snow flies on a cold and gray Chicago morning, a poor little baby child is born in the ghetto.
What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40s. I go by the name Black Pegasus. At this point, with all the Gen Z folk, just call me Unc. That's what they say in the streets. The youngsters, they'd be like, "Hey, Unc." When you're like past 36, they're like, "Hey, Unc, you old." Anyways, introducing the one and only Chicano. Welcome back,
Yes,
bro.
Sir. Oh, yeah, it is great to be back. It is always good to be back. We're about to react to "In the Ghetto" by Elvis Presley.
Yeah, I thought it was cool that you ain't heard of this because I know like you vibe with some soul music, a little throwback, but you're pretty eclectic. From what I know you rock with some rock music, some Chicano stuff, regular rap, all different type of stuff. The fact you ain't heard this, I was like, man, I gotta put you on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
I'm actually really interested to see what you think of this joint. I have my mind is going in multiple places, but clarify for the people. Have you ever heard this song before?
I have not.
The way you said it, I have not.
Yeah, no, I've not.
He's like a laid-back gangster, you guys. You know what I'm saying? He's on his Snoop Dogg today. All right, man. Well, welcome back to the bunker. We're gonna put Chicano on to Elvis, baby.
Yes,
this
sir.
is In the Ghetto, and if you guys are here for it, like, share, comment, subscribe, and hey, welcome back to the channel.
They tease him a lot, black peas on the spot. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. 40.
All right, let me get this logo down and pull the video up. Don't forget to support the original content on the channel. If you want to check out my other channel, Pegasus vs. the World, over there, I've been doing travel vlogs and movie reactions, but over here is where we do all the music and the music reactions. If you want access to the reactions early, there's a link in the description to our membership that gives you early access. I update it every day, and there's a big catalog of reactions that haven't been released yet, so you can have some fun. Regardless, thank you guys for your support. Huge shout out to all of the members on the channel helping me keep the lights on. Let's get this show on the road. We always watch this from the official artist channel, so this is on Elvis's channel. I'd love for you guys to go watch or listen to this over there, stream his music. Look, our reaction is not a substitute for the original. People are here for the dialogue, the commentary, the reaction, but it's important to support the original. So please do that. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. This is your boy. It's crazy because I get to re-listen to this because I've heard this, and you guys, that watch these reactions, we're listening to this through the ears of a 22-year-old in the year 2026. That's kind of interesting to me how that kind of works. Also, he's a rapper, he's a hip-hop artist, he's in there working with producers, but he's at the early phases of creating music himself.
Yes.
So I love when you and Andrew come in because to me it's kind of special. So, all right, anyways, pause, man. I'm not teary-eyed. We're good. Elvis Presley, In the Ghetto.
Hell yeah.
Chicano.
Let's get it.
As the snow flies on a cold and gray Chicago morning, a poor little baby child is born in the ghetto. And his mama cries, 'cause if there's one thing she don't need is another hungry mouth to feed in the ghetto. People, don't you understand? Your child needs a helping hand. He'll grow to be an angry young man someday. Take a look at you and me. Are we too blind to see? Or do we simply turn our heads and look the other way? Well, the world turns, and a hungry little boy with a runny nose plays in the street as the cold wind blows in the ghetto. And
all right, man. Where we at, man?
His hunger burn.
My bad.
Honestly, this is probably my favorite Elvis song I've heard.
Really?
Yeah. In the Ghetto, yeah, this is super, super cool, especially because like, when you think about the time that like this was like written, and especially like the influence that a lot of like black music had on him and just like black culture in general, like it's kind of crazy to think about how he like has seen, I guess, like a lot of messed up stuff, and probably that not a lot of white people at the time were going through.
Sure.
So that's kind of like where I'm thinking about as to like if he's writing in the perspective of like that type of stuff that he's like seen like growing up.
Yeah.
Or what? Because also too, do you know like where the actual term the ghetto comes from? Like ghettos?
Maybe, and I don't remember it off the top of my brain. I don't know.
It had something to do with camps. It was like it was like a World War II term.
Oh, okay.
But that's why like my mind is kind of splitting as to where like I know it's surface level, and he's like it could be surface level, but that's just like where my mind goes to as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's dope about this song, one, Elvis was born in Mississippi, but he's kind of known for, you know, everyone's like, oh, Memphis, you know. This was written by a Mac Davis. Now, I reacted to Mac Davis. He has this hilarious song, Don't Get Stuck on Me, or Hard to Be Humble. But because of you guys in the comments, I actually found out that he wrote this, and he's written other songs for Elvis. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Elvis, you know, would record songs that he connected to. So what you're hearing, I don't know. I did a reaction to this documentary, a piece of a documentary, Elvis in the Black Community. And what would happen is, from what I saw, Elvis was inspired and influenced by black culture heavily, and he was actually disregarded by a big sect of white culture because they're like, you're doing black music. Like, that's of the devil. You're swiveling your hips. You're doing all this different stuff. And the reason I like putting people in front of this song and If I Can Dream is because I put you in front of If I Can Dream. Have I put you in front of that one before?
I don't know.
That was like a tribute to MLK right after he passed. And I just thought he did a lot of cool things. I think he's a controversial character in certain aspects of his career and, you know, this, that, and the other. But I think sometimes people make things bigger than they are. And you know, I don't know. I don't know enough about Elvis, but I think this is a cool song. And I think what you're saying, it corresponds, you know. And there's things I get right and things I get wrong. I don't know everything about Elvis, but I have been studying him a little bit more lately, and I just, you know, I think you're onto something there, and I think he gravitates to certain things, and because he was taking on and doing things from black culture, some people be like, oh, that's appropriation. I consider it appreciation. That's how I look at it, but I don't know because I wasn't there, and, you know, so it just kind of is what it is, but the fact that he made songs like this, and it's a representation of what would go on in a place of poverty. And I think when we're in these poverty-stricken areas, it can be any color, especially now. It's like a class thing, you know?
Yeah.
But I think, you know, these type of songs like this and If I Can Dream are very powerful. And what would you call this? What genre is this to you?
Like, probably like folk. A little bit of folk.
Mother effer, you actually got me. Sometimes I don't think that far out, and I was like, this doesn't sound like country. This doesn't sound like rock, and that's what he's kind of known for.
Yeah.
But it is kind of folk. You got me. I didn't think of that for some reason. I'm normally on fire with something like this, you know? But because it also is like soulful.
Yeah, no,
like,
extremely.
you know, I could actually hear fools rolling to this in the low.
Yeah.
Like in the ghetto, like imagine, yo, we got to get the essay, homie, and be like, in the barrio. Yo, sounds from Compton in the barrio. All right, you guys. I'm half Mexican. I can do what I want. F y'all. Let's go. We rocking with Elvis.
Yes, and actually, really quickly, that's another thing I was thinking about too, is if he had a ghostwriter now, because you know a lot of singers and a lot of like musicians have ghostwriters.
Yeah.
So that's I just had to throw that out there.
Sure. And a lot of times, what they do is they listen to the writing, go over the composition or whatever, and then they decide if they want that, if they identify with it and want to perform it or record it. So
yeah.
Money knows plays in the street as the cold wind blows in the ghetto. And his hunger burns So he starts to roam the streets at night, and he learns how to steal, and he learns how to fight in the ghetto. Then one night in desperation, the young man breaks away.
What's up?
So those are fire backing vocals.
Oh, yeah. The harmonies are crazy.
Yeah.
What's funny is I got to put you on, man. Like, if you do start a channel, I'll throw you some stuff. I have this whole thing where Elvis does a gospel performance.
Oh, for real?
And it was like it's like all different type of people, but it's like a black gospel church. And it was like, it's actually pretty wild. I was like, yo, what is this?
Yeah.
It's just funny. Like, I just find things that are interesting to me that I'm curious about, but I'll have to put you on.
He buys a gun, steals a car, tries to run, but he don't get far, and his mama cries. As a crowd gathers round, an angry young man face down in the street with a gun in his hand in the ghetto. And as her young man dies, on a cold and gray Chicago morning, another little baby child is born in the ghetto. And his mama cried.
Definitely a song that can resonate to us a lot too.
Kind of wild, ain't it?
Yeah. It just had me thinking about like the dead homies.
Kind of wild. It's like, it's so weird to think of Elvis and being on the corner pouring out a 40.
Yeah.
Because this is like literally like, this is like the story of like I'm thinking of it. It's written so well. Shout out to Mac Davis.
Yeah.
But it's like Boys in the Hood. You know how it kind of ends, but it doesn't end? It's like you see the cycle continuing because of, you know what I'm saying?
And, yeah, it does not have a happy ending. It never
Ever
does.
Yep. And me and you've had those type of conversations off camera, too, how, like, sometimes the OGs from the hood kind of look out for you, kind of like, yo, do your music thing, bro.
Yeah.
Do not get involved with this specific type of lifestyle because, you know what I mean? It's just – and I'm like, yo, we're listening to – a song from how long ago? Bro, this is like, you know, the 60s. Hold on, let me look up when this came out exact. Yeah, 69. He wrote this, and he's talking about Chicago, and I know you listen to rap, and I know you know what fools in Chicago are doing in 2026. And this was written in 1969, bro. Or, hold on, I might have that off. Hold on. Davis. Oh, it was written in the 1960s, but recorded in 1969. So it was even written like, come on, dog. Mac Davis was tapped in, bro.
Yeah, ahead of his time. But I mean, shoot, it's just generational curses. That's why it's up to us to break them.
Yeah, you got to break them, man.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it. All right, so we about to ride off into the sunset. Final words for your boy, Elvie.
This was my favorite song from Elvis I've heard up to date. Very relatable. I like that it doesn't have a happy ending, honestly, because it's very real. I love songs and just like, I love songs that are very cutthroat. I'm not gonna lie. I love like just things that are extremely cutthroat, very real. So, very relatable to us, and the harmonies are fire. And it's like you said, this is something that like even one could bump in a Lolo. I could bump in a Lolo.
Message, you might catch him bumping this in the Lolo, y'all. Anyways, we riding out from the ghetto, man. No, I'm playing. We're actually in the suburbs. I live in a nice neighborhood. I ain't going back. I ain't going back, Elvis. I ain't going back, homie. Anyways, you guys, let us know what we got, what we missed. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one, and not in the ghetto. I promise.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ boys.
40 water. Sprinkle me, man.